Hi, I'm Ben Fulton from Witch Analog, and I'd like to share with you Ruby from our new Seven Sisters line of guitar effects pedals. The Seven Sisters are the world's first rechargeable guitar effects pedals. Each one of the sisters has got a lithium-ion cell inside it, just like your cell phone or your digital camera. It's also got the internal charging circuitry, which means that you can attach any 9-volt DC power supply with the tip negative to it and it'll charge. So you can use your Boss PSA, your One Spot or your Voodoo Labs power brick to charge it up. When you get your pedal, first of all, the first thing you have to do is charge it for 12 hours. You plug your power supply into the left-hand side of the pedal and you'll see the charge status LED at the top will glow red. It'll take 12 hours for that LED to change from red to green. Once it's green, it's telling you that the battery's charged. Every charge after that was only going to take about 4 hours, and you'll have, depending on the pedal, hours and hours of use. With the Scarlett, it's 120 hours worth of continuous use of one 4-hour charge. One point to note as far as saving battery life is that if you remove the input jack from the socket, the input socket, it'll turn the battery off, just like you would with any other battery-powered pedal. Another point to mention is that you can play through this whilst it's charging. So you can have it set up on your pedal board, wired up to your power supply, and it can be charging and you can be using it at the same time. The Seven Sisters are also the world's smallest pedal board footprint. They use our proprietary die-cast aluminum enclosure, which has enabled us to put the jack sockets on the end of the pedal rather than the side. Many small pedals have them on the side, and of course when you put right-angled jacks into it, it almost doubles the width of the pedal. So having them on the top allows us to slide them in next to each other, and they take up virtually no space at all. When you buy one of the Seven Sisters, it'll come like this. This is the packaging for the Scarlett pedal, but each one of the Seven Sisters comes in one of these little boxes. When you get it home, you'll remove the top of it like this, and the first thing you'll see will be the catalogue, which goes through all of the other range in the Seven Sisters, so you can check them out. Then we've got the instruction manual, which tells you the specific information which relates to the pedal enclosed, and then inside you get the goodies, the pedal itself nestled in the foam. Now when you slip her out like this, you will see on the back of it is the instructions in relation to the LED status of the charging, and also indicates where you plug the guitar in and where you plug the amp in. And you'll see that there's no feet on the bottom of it, but we have included rubber feet, which you can attach if you want. We've also included in the box a Velcro template, which is rather handy if you use a pedal board where you use Velcro to affix the pedals to it. You can just attach it to there and it'll stick happily to your pedal board. Inside each of the Seven Sisters is the lithium-ion cell, as I mentioned before, and you can get access to that by removing the 4 screws in the back plate. First thing you see is the battery, the lithium-ion cell. It's green and it clips in and out really simply and easily into a little socket here. It means that replacing it is a really, really easy, painless process. Each battery is going to last approximately 2 years. You're going to be able to buy a replacement for it at any Witch dealer, and the cost of that cell will be less than $12 US. Now, also worth mentioning is that on 3 of the Seven Sisters there's an internal trim pot which controls an additional feature. In Scarlett, which we're looking at here, the trim pot controls the treble bass boost. In the Violet Delay, the internal trim pot controls the mix of wet and dry. And in the Eve tremolo pedal, it determines the volume of the actual tremolo effect. So you can use it to compensate for the volume drop that you get when you engage a tremolo pedal. So that's the internals of the Seven Sisters, the battery and the internal trim pot in some of the pedals. So now we'll return the back plate to its appropriate location. Ruby utilises silicon transistors for her fuzz, and there are 2 controls that you've got access to on the front panel, the volume control and the fuzz control, both pretty self-explanatory. But what's nice is the way that they interact together. So you can wind back your fuzz and comes a little more tame. Wind it back further. Gets more snarly and sputtery. Right back to here. Now, of course, we can wind the fuzz control right around and back the volume off. Does that clean-up thing that all fuzz pedals do. Turning the volume down there again. And you can bring the volume back on the actual pedal and get some different sounds happening too. Takes a little of the top end off. Now inside, by pulling the actual pedal apart, you can access the control which gates one of the transistors. There's going to be a separate video regarding that, and it's there for people who feel confident and comfortable getting inside their pedals. But for those of you that don't want to have a fiddle about, you've got volume, you've got fuzz, and with those two simple controls you've got a whole world of different options. The last point to make mention of, and possibly the most important with the Ruby Fuzz, and in fact with all of the pedals in the Seven Sisters range, is that when we designed them, the goal was to produce products that were artist quality but at an entry level price. So we've given them the features of the true bypass switching, the die-cast aluminum enclosure, and of course the rechargeable technology, all available in the pedal price of $129.99 US each. And on that note, let's just have one final listen to how the Ruby sounds.